The Last Lantern of Miraya. There are places in the world where time walks faster than footsteps, where the wind whispers names of people who have not been born yet, and where shadows remember more than the living. One of these places was the city of Miraya, a crescent-shaped city lying between a silver forest and a murmuring sea. Miraya was famous for three things: its glass towers, its quiet nights, and its lanterns. Every evening, when the sun sank into the water, the people of Miraya lit their lanterns. Some were simple, some were carved, some were embroidered with tiny symbols, but one lantern remained unlit for 100 years. It was the last lantern, hanging at the heart of the city, glowing with a strange pale fire that needed no flame. And only one person, according to legend, would one day be able to carry it. Lyra had never felt like she was meant to stay anywhere for long. Not in her village, not in her home, not even in her own skin sometimes. She was 17, quiet, always curious, and always thinking of somewhere else. One evening, a month after the great storm that destroyed her hometown, she found herself walking along a lonely road leading to Miraya. The sky was violet, the air smelled of pine and distant sea salt. She carried a small bag, a cracked sketchbook, and a tiny wooden carving her mother had given her years ago. A lantern carved in miniature, with patterns she could never quite understand. She held it tightly. Just a bit farther, she whispered to herself. The world around her seemed strangely gentle as night began to fall. But then she noticed something odd. A white fox was watching her from the edge of the road. It had fur like snow, eyes like glowing amber, and moved with a grace that didn't seem fully natural. It stepped toward her, paused, and blinked slowly. Lyra blinked back. "I don't have any food," she murmured, expecting the fox to flee. Instead, it turned around and started walking ahead, slowly, as if leading her. "Wait," she said. The fox looked over its shoulder and continued. Lyra followed. It seemed absurd, following a fox in the middle of unfamiliar lands, but something deep inside her whispered that it wasn't a mistake. After 10 minutes of walking, the trees parted, and she saw Miraya for the first time. Glass towers reflected the moonlight, bridges arced like silver threads, and at the center, rising above all else, hung a massive lantern, suspended between three tall spires, glowing faintly like a star caught in a web. Lyra exhaled softly. Something inside her chest stirred, like a memory trying to return. The fox disappeared into the shadows. Entering Miraya was like stepping inside a dream preserved in glass. The streets were paved with smooth stone. The windows glowed faintly blue. People walked quietly, nodding to one another, as if the whole city were under a spell of calm. Lyra approached the merchant, polishing a crystal bowl. "Excuse me, where can I find a place to stay?" The merchant smiled politely, but when his eyes fell on the miniature lantern carved in her hand, his face changed, just slightly. "You should visit the House of Lanterns," he said. "Tell them you're a traveler. They'll guide you." "The House of Lanterns?" He pointed toward a wide avenue. "That way, and welcome to Miraya." As Lyra walked on, she noticed something strange. People seemed to glance at her quietly. Their eyes drifted to the miniature lantern she carried, as though they recognized it, or feared it. She began to feel uneasy. The House of Lanterns was a large building covered in murals of glowing lights. There were lanterns in every shape and size, round ones, tall ones, flame-shaped ones, and lanterns carved with ancient symbols. A woman with silver hair greeted her. "Welcome, traveler. What brings you here?" "I'm looking for a place to stay," Lyra said, trying not to show her confusion. "A merchant sent me here." "Ah," the woman replied gently. "You carry a lantern." Lyra looked down at her wooden carving. "It's just a gift from my mother." The woman's gaze softened. "Come with me." She led Lyra into a long corridor filled with glass lanterns that glowed faintly, but none had flames inside. "We keep the lanterns of Miraya," the woman explained. "We study their patterns, their history, their callings." "Callings?" "Yes. Some lanterns respond only to certain people." As the woman spoke, Lyra felt a faint vibration coming from the walls. A hum, like quiet singing. The woman finally turned to her. "I must ask, where did your mother find that carving?" "I don't know," Lyra said. "She said it was passed down." The woman inhaled sharply. "There is something you should see." She opened the door. Inside was a circular hall with a pedestal at the center. On that pedestal stood a massive old book. The woman approached the book carefully, as if approaching a fragile relic. "This," she said, "is the Book of Bearers. It records every person chosen by the lanterns." Lyra swallowed. "I don't understand." The woman opened the book to the middle. Lyra stared. On the page was an illustration of a lantern identical to her wooden carving. Next to it, written in elegant script, "The next bearer shall come from the storm." The woman looked at Lyra with a mixture of awe and sadness. "You came after a storm?" Lyra felt her breath catch. "Yes. And your mother gave you that lantern?" "Yes." The woman nodded slowly. "Then, Lyra, I believe you are the one Miraya has been waiting for." The words didn't make sense at first. "Me? Why me?" Lyra stared at her wooden lantern, feeling a strange fear mixed with something else, something like recognition. "I think you've made a mistake," she whispered. "I'm just nobody." The woman stepped closer. "There is no mistake. The last lantern has remained unlit for a century, and the Book of Bearers mentions a single sign. The child of the storm shall awaken it." "I don't know anything about lanterns," Lyra protested. "But the lantern knows you." The woman pointed at Lyra's carving. It was glowing. Very faintly, like a heartbeat made of light, but glowing. Lyra nearly dropped it. "What's happening?" The woman smiled softly. "It's awakening." "Awakening what?" "The path," she whispered. "The path you were meant to walk." Lyra shook her head. Her heart raced. She wanted to run. "Run right out of the city." "This is too much," she said. "I don't want this. I just came here because I had nowhere else to go." The woman placed a gentle hand on her shoulder. "Sometimes the ones who feel they belong nowhere belong to the greatest destinies." And then the entire hall trembled. A sound like a deep bell echoed across the city. The woman's face paled. "Oh no, it's starting." "What is starting?" The last lantern, it's reacting. She pulled Lyra out of the hole into the open courtyard of the House of Lanterns. High above the city, the giant lantern hanging between the spires was glowing brighter, much brighter, swirling with pale blue fire. People gathered in the streets. Gasps filled the night. "It's alive!" someone cried. "It hasn't glowed like that since—" Lyra stared, frozen. The lantern's light flickered and pointed directly toward her. A single beam illuminated her like a spotlight. The crowd whispered. The woman whispered. "It has chosen you." Lyra felt her legs tremble. And then impossibly, she heard a voice. Soft, whispering, fading. "Come find me." She clutched her chest. The world blurred. The fox appeared again, at the edge of the courtyard, staring at her with glowing eyes. And then everything went dark. When Lyra opened her eyes, everything was silent. She found herself lying on a soft bed inside a round room, illuminated by dozens of floating lights. Each light looked like a tiny lantern flame, suspended in the air, swaying gently as though breathing. Her head felt heavy. Her heart felt even heavier. She sat up slowly. The silver-haired woman from the House of Lanterns was sitting in a chair beside her bed, her hands folded tightly, her expression caught between worry and reverence. "You're awake," the woman said quietly. Lyra pressed her palm to her forehead. "What happened?" "You fainted when the last lantern reacted to you." Lyra let herself fall back into the pillows. "So that wasn't a dream?" "No," the woman said with a soft sigh. "All of Miraya felt it. The lantern hasn't responded to anyone in 100 years. People are whispering that the time has come." "The time for what?" Lyra asked her tight. The woman hesitated. "For the lantern bearer to take her journey." Her journey. Lyra felt like the walls were spinning around her. "I didn't ask for this," she muttered. "I came here because I had no home left. Because I wanted to. I don't even know what I wanted. A place to rest, maybe, but not a destiny." The woman's eyes softened in sympathy. Destiny rarely asks permission. Lyra stared at the floating lights. "But why me?" she whispered. "I don't understand." The woman stood and moved toward one of the lights. She cupped her hands under it, and the flame lowered gently into her palms. "When I was a child," she began, "the lanterns would whisper secrets to the chosen, tiny fragments of future, past, and truth. Most people cannot hear them. Most lanterns choose silence. But some people are different. Some carry a spark within them." She placed the flame back into the air. "And you, Lyra, you carry more than a spark." Lyra swallowed. "You carry the calling." The door opened. A young man with dark hair and sky blue eyes entered the room. He wore a long coat embroidered with silver thread and held a small notebook. He bowed slightly. "I'm Arian," he said, "Lantern Scholar of Miraya. I've been sent by the council to assess what happened earlier." Lyra blinked, awkward. "Assess me?" "In a way, yes," Arian admitted. "We need to determine whether you truly are the bearer mentioned in the Book of Prophecies." Lyra sat up straighter. "And if I'm not?" Arian gave her a half smile that didn't quite reach his eyes. Then the lantern's reaction was a coincidence. "But if you are," he closed his notebook, "then your arrival marks the beginning of the lantern cycle, something our world hasn't seen in a century. Lyra felt her fingers tighten around her blanket. "All right," she said quietly. "Ask me what you need to ask." Ariane approached her bedside. "Did you feel anything before you fainted?" "A voice," Lyra said. "Soft, distant. It said, 'Come find me.'" Both the woman and Ariane froze. "What?" she asked nervously. "The lantern has never spoken to anyone in recorded history," Ariane whispered. Lyra's pulse quickened. "It spoke to me." Ariane exchanged a glance with the woman. "That confirms it," he said. "The lantern chose her." Chosen. The word echoed in Lyra's mind like a heavy bell. Ariane looked back to her. "Lyra, I know this is overwhelming, but you're not alone in this. We'll help you understand what comes next." "And what comes next?" she repeated. Ariane inhaled deeply. "You must journey to the 4 watchtowers." Lyra frowned. "The what?" "4 ancient towers that stand at the edge of Miraya's boundaries," Ariane explained. "North, east, south, and west. Each tower holds a dormant flame, lost since the Great Silence. And I have to awaken them." Lyra stared at him. "You're asking me to travel across a whole world I don't know, awaken mysterious flames in old towers, and act like this is normal?" "Essentially," Ariane said gently. Lyra pressed both hands to her face. "This is insane." The silver-haired woman kneeled beside her bed. "Lyra, it's a heavy task, but you don't have to decide today. For now, rest. The city will wait." Later that night, after being given a warm meal in a quiet room in the House of Lanterns, Lyra couldn't sleep. Every time she closed her eyes, she saw the last lantern glowing above the city, pointing at her. As the moon reached its peak, she held her wooden lantern carved in her hands. It pulsed once, twice, and then a soft light spread over her fingers. "What now?" she whispered. The glow expanded until it filled the room. The walls melted into darkness. The bed dissolved beneath her. And suddenly she was standing in a field of light, pure white, endless, silent. "Hello?" she called. No answer. But then a shape formed ahead. A figure of flickering pale flame. Not a person, not fully. It spoke without mouth or breath. "There." Lyra stepped back instinctively. "Who are you?" "The lantern remembers you." "I don't remember it," Lyra said bitterly. "I don't know anything." The flame flickered. "You will." Lyra clenched her fists. "Why me? Why not someone strong, brave, smart? Why someone who can't even keep her own home safe?" The flame tilted gently, as if studying her. "Because you lost everything." Lyra froze. "And only those who have lost," the voice continued, soft as starlight, "can carry the light without fear of losing more." Her eyes burned. "That's cruel." "It is true." Lyra trembled. "What do you want from me?" The flame dimmed, and Lyra felt something like warmth pressing against her chest, a comfort she didn't expect. "I want you to live." Her breath caught. "What?" "Walk the path, unlock the towers, restore the light to Miraya, not because destiny demands it." The flame pulsed warmly. "But because your heart is stronger than you believe." Lyra felt tears gathering in her eyes. Is this real? She whispered. Real enough. The flame's voice began to fade. Find the towers, Lyra, and when your light is ready, I will return. The dream dissolved, and Lyra awoke with tears on her cheeks and a new heaviness, or perhaps a new clarity in her heart. The next morning, Arian met her on a balcony overlooking the city. Miraya sparkled like a city made of morning dew. People walked calmly under bridges of glass. Lanterns hung from nearly every rooftop, chiming softly with the wind. Lyra leaned on the railing. You were awake early, Arian said. I had a dream, Lyra murmured. About the lantern? Yes. Do you want to talk about it? Lyra hesitated. It told me to live. Arian nodded, strangely understanding. The lanterns often speak in meanings, not instructions. Do you believe in all this? Lyra asked quietly. Or are you just doing your job? Arian leaned beside her. When I was a child, he said softly, my mother died during the years of silence. I used to ask the lanterns for guidance, but they never answered. Not once. He looked at her. Until yesterday. Lyra blinked. I heard something, he said, just for a moment. A whisper in the wind. It said your name. Mine? Yes. Lyra stared at the city. So the lanterns wanted me. No, Arian corrected gently. The lanterns chose you. Wanting and choosing are different. Lyra swallowed. And if I refuse? Arian hesitated. Then the darkness that has been growing beyond our borders will reach us faster. Without the watchtowers, Miraya cannot defend itself. So you're saying the whole world depends on me now? No, Arian said calmly. I'm saying the world depends on light. But maybe you are its path. Lyra turned the wooden lantern in her hand. A choice. Her first real choice since losing everything. And strangely, the idea of doing nothing scared her more than the journey itself. She faced Arian. What if I say yes? Arian breathed out in relief. Then Miraya will give you a guide, a guardian, and a map for the first hour. A guide? Arian nodded. Yes, someone who knows the land, someone skilled. He smiled a little. Someone who won't let you face this alone. Lyra exhaled slowly. Okay, she said yes. She said, then I say yes. Arian straightened, eyes brightening. Are you sure? No, Lyra admitted. But I'll never be ready, so I might as well start. Arian placed a hand over his heart and bowed. Then the journey begins. Behind them, the last lantern flickered once in the distance, as if approving. And somewhere far beyond Miraya, something stirred. Something watching. Something waiting.